After successfully revitalizing the franchise in 2018, David Gordon Green returns and brings on more Michael Myers bloodbaths. This is my review of Halloween Kills. The nightmare is not over as unstoppable killer Michael Myers escapes from Laurie Strode's trap to continue his ritual bloodbath. And taking matters into their own hands, the citizens of Haddonfield, including former Michael Myers survivors, form a mob hunt on the killer to finally finish his massacres on their town. Before I properly start with my review for Halloween Kills, I want you to start the conversation down there in the comments below. If you're excited, if you like the 2018 film, rank all the Halloween films according to your preference, anything and everything down there. And if you like what you see here, make sure to click the subscribe button so you do not miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. I was not a fan of the 2018 film. I thought it was okay. It has some strange choices in it. It had comedy that I did not appreciate because it was really atrocious comedy. But I'm a fan of this franchise for the most part. In fact, I've just been binging all the films and I watched most of them for the first time ever. I love the original Halloween. I love the second Halloween. I was excited for that film and I think it had some great ideas to continue this franchise, and I love the trailer for Halloween Kills, and I think the name is very appropriate. This film is brutal. It is violent, it is gory, it is gnarly, it is filled with kills from beginning to end. Michael Myers is going on a fucking rampage and I love to see it. It satisfies all the sadistic basic cravings you might have going into a slasher film, whether it is Halloween or not. If you're going into a film like this to see some kills and see some brutal kills at that, you're going to be very satisfied because this film does not hold back. The kill count has got to be the highest in the franchise because it is also one of the longest films in the franchise, tied with the 2018 one. One of the things that Halloween 2018 did well, and this one does it too, is have these callbacks and references and Easter eggs to previous films. As someone who just binge watched all the films, I appreciated seeing these little things there for me to recognize and immediately call to attention. It doesn't necessarily make for a great film, but it's just something nice. It's something cool. I appreciate the effort and I appreciate seeing them there. Also, one thing that this film absolutely does better than the 2018 one is that there's no cringeworthy comedy. I don't go into these films for comedy. I don't go into Halloween to laugh. I appreciate if you give me a good joke, but that wasn't the case in 2018. So I appreciated that they didn't even try. They veered very much away from that in this one, even though there are some characters where you can spot the Danny McBride comedy character writing. I also do like the idea of bringing back former survivors of Michael Myers, and since the only canon movie apart from 2018 is that first Halloween movie, you only really have a handful of characters to pick, so it is smart to pick from those characters from the most beloved film in the franchise that most fans will recognize. And there's a scene in the beginning where he left me confused, but when we got the payoff for that scene, it was beautiful, as we are transported back to 1978, that first Halloween, and I love how they shot this. They shot this so freaking well, because it was so well done how they got the visuals right for that night, for that Halloween film, and how it connects to this one. I like it as a great starting point to kick off the story specifically for this film. And that is it, unfortunately for me, as far as positives are concerned, because this is a filler movie. Not much of relevance or importance happens in this film. Laurie is benched for the entirety of the film. That is a realistic approach to things. Laurie is an elder woman. She needs to have a realistic recuperation time, but have her do something interesting. Have her do something meaningful. Have her have a proactive role in how everything else in the story is happening, because there's so fucking much happening in the story. There's so many storylines, and yet nothing actually happens until we get to the third act. Michael is meandering along, where it's a good thing. It still makes him scary. It still makes us not understand him, and I love not understanding Michael Myers. To me, that's what makes him fucking scary. But where the trailer sold me on a Haddonfield population uniting to possibly take down Michael Myers, that is a fucking amazing idea. And I have to give them kudos, because they clearly had to think outside the box to fuck it up. This is a really easy idea to pull off, to go in so many interesting directions, but they fucked it up. They tried to have a point on how they do it. They take this very lame direction, but they at least try to have a point, but they still fuck up the point they're trying to make. I can't talk about it. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but there's also this storyline with this escaped inmate, because the bus was taken down in that 2018 movie and several inmates escaped. And it makes no sense, it holds no tension, you don't give a shit about it. They clearly pulled this idea out of their ass, because this inmate was not focused at all in that 2018 film. So they clearly just thought it was a thing for this film and didn't even consider how disconnected it felt to that 2018 film. The character writing and character decision making can also be atrocious. I understand that horror movies will have dumb characters. That's natural. I have dumb characters in my writings as well all the time. There's a level of stupid that I can tolerate. There's a level of stupid that I just can't handle. It just grinds my gears. It boils the kettle off of me, man. The film goes in all of these different directions with all of these different storylines and ends up not really doing anything of matter with it. The only real advancement that we have in this film are those two final scenes. And conversations with Laurie Strode and Officer Hawkins that are held up because Jamie Lee Curtis and Will Patton are good fucking actors. But it really doesn't add anything to proceedings. I was terribly disappointed with Halloween Kills. Amidst all its great violence and gnarly kills, a sinister, creepy Michael Myers walking around, and when he does something, it's effective, but it manages to pick all of these ideas and give them the most terrible execution to such little payoff. This is a film that is there to serve as a bridge between the 2018 film and Halloween Ends. And I hope Halloween Ends still matters. I hope Halloween Ends is still something of substance, because Halloween Kills, unfortunately, certainly wasn't. I'm giving Halloween Kills a D+. I thought about it when I was coming up with my thoughts, and I really wanted to get this to a C-, but a C- is closer to how I felt about the 2018 one. This really can't get there. Thank you so much for watching, but those are my thoughts on Halloween Kills. I want to know yours. I hope you love this more than me, because it really broke my heart because of how cool those trailers were. Let me know all of your thoughts down there. Anything and everything, start the conversation is the most important part. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you saw here, make sure you click the subscribe button so you do not miss any future conversation about your favorite movies and TV. Thank you so much for watching once again. I'll be back very soon with more reviews, and I hope to see you in those. So until then, love each other and love the movies.